What's up guys, Aussie Marcel here, the most luscious locks on YouTube, and in today's video we're going to do another talking style video, or a vlog if you want to make things easier. I guess it doesn't really matter what they're called, but I'm also going to be talking about some of the fragrances that I've been wearing this week and a cool shirt that I got. So let's dig right into it. To start with, one of the fragrances that I've worn this week is, or has been, CK1. I've said it before, I'll say it again. When I first got this fragrance, I was super disappointed with it. I thought it was going to smell way better, and I just didn't wear it because I wasn't impressed with how it smelled. But I have grown to really love this fragrance, and it's one of my go-to fragrances after I shower. Hell, I'll even wear it just during the day because I love the DNA of it so much. I love how unisex it is. Any situation at all, it's appropriate. And as time has gone on, I think as I've let the bottle sit a little bit, it's developed a slight muskiness that makes it slightly more masculine, and I've just grown to appreciate it even more. So this has been one that I've been wearing this week. Another fragrance that I've been wearing this week, I think I've covered all of these in one video or another at some point this week. I'll bring them all up again. Nautica Blue. This fragrance is a cheapie. It costs $14 Australian, and for the price, the performance is fantastic. Now granted, I do tend to overspray this one a little bit. That is one loud bird. Now I do tend to overspray this one a little bit, around 5 times I'd say. It's got a fruitiness, it's got a sweetness, but it's also got an aquatic freshness to it as well. And for a Nautica fragrance, this is the best performing Nautica fragrance in my opinion, on my skin at least. And I've been wearing that this week as well. Well, the past week I should say. Next one is Nadiao Wild Coast, or Nadio. I don't know how to pronounce this one actually, but it is another unisex fragrance, most similar to CK1, although it smells a little more beachy. You know, it's got that sort of salty sea breeze vibe to it. You can wear it in all the same situations as CK1, although I would say this is probably a little more suited for the high heat. The colder weather, I don't know about this one. You could probably still pull it off if you've got some confidence and you know what sort of fragrances you like. But for the most part, this is going to be a high heat fragrance. But I do like wearing it after I shower because it's sort of a fresher scent, and I wholeheartedly recommend this one as well. Another fragrance I've been wearing this week, well the past week I should say again. I will learn to do these videos properly at one point, so bear with me please. CK1 Summer 2014. Now I doubt you'll be able to find a bottle of this for under $40. It's getting very hard to find, and it has a, how do I put it? It's a tequila vibe, it's a sort of alcoholic beverage vibe, and I'm not somebody that drinks, so that aspect of it doesn't particularly appeal to me. However, the fragrance, pina colada, that's what I'm sort of looking for. Pina colada. It smells like a pina colada. It's got a freshness, it's got a little bit of a sweetness, but it's also unisex as well. And the performance is pretty decent for a CK1 fragrance. So if you can find this cheap, definitely pick it up. I highly recommend it. Now for what's probably the most expensive fragrance I've been wearing this week. I haven't really done them in order of cost, but I would say in Australia at least, this is the one that's going to set you back the most amount of money. Coach Platinum. It's the Eau de Parfum version of Coach for Men. This is a sweet fragrance. It's got a richness and a classiness that a lot of fragrances just don't have. It probably doesn't punch you in the face quite like the Eau de Toilette of Coach does. However, for the colder weather in particular, this fragrance is going to be fantastic. I have never met anybody that dislikes the way this one smells, and it's got a richness that the Etta Toilette, again, just does not have. This one you can get for anywhere between 60 and 100 and something dollars Australian. Just really depends what sort of sales the retailer has on, or the pharmacy or the chemist or wherever you get your fragrances from here in Australia. So I highly recommend this one. Performance is good. Price is good for the performance and for the overall fragrance DNA, and I recommend this one as well. Next up, I want to talk about a cool shirt that I got. It's from Factory, which is a clothing chain here in Australia, part of like the Cotton On brand sort of. It's a yeah, Kill Bill shirt with the bride on the front, played by Uma Thurman. I'll have to like take it out and model it at some point, but yeah, $24.95. I own a bunch of Pulp Fiction shirts. Actually, I was wearing a Pulp Fiction shirt in the video I did yesterday. At least I'm pretty sure I was, and I love that shirt. So I think I have a t-shirt of most of Quentin Tarantino's films. I definitely have Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill now. I would like to get a Reservoir Dogs one at some point, and a Hateful Eight one, because I think that of all of Quentin's films, Hateful Eight is probably my favorite, just because I love the setting, you know, that's really, you know, dark and brooding, cold, atmospheric Western setting. I just really enjoyed it. So maybe I'll like attach a little video at the end of this with me in the shirt. I don't know, doesn't really matter, I guess, but yeah, I'm super stoked about that. So ever since I made the video and uploaded it yesterday, not much else has changed in my life. I went out for lunch, and yeah, that was actually pretty good. I was a little hesitant towards going out, but I eventually just decided to go, and I had like a iced oat milk latte, and that was fantastic. Really hit the spot. And yeah, just bummed around in town for a little bit. Went to Priceline. Spoke to one of the workers there, Danny. She's incredible. She's really nice. And we just basically talked to some lads that came in, and we were just talking about fragrances. And overall, I made some recommendations. Had a great time. So yeah. Not a lot has changed since yesterday, but oh well. Maybe if I do one of these tomorrow, there'll be a bunch of new changes in my life. There'll be a bunch of differences. You just can't predict these things, you know. Anyways, that about wraps things up for this portion of the video, at least. Alright, I just thought I'd show off the t-shirt. So yeah, that's basically what I'm wearing today. I was just originally going to show the shirt, but then I was just like, alright, what happens if somebody asks what jeans I'm wearing? What happens if somebody asks what shoes I'm wearing? And at the end of the day, it's just easier if I just show off everything, and if you like the outfit, cool, it's pretty basic, and if you don't, well, you don't. And yeah, so I just wanted to show that off. I think the thing to note here is that you can still look good wearing less than like $200 worth of clothing. Like, I'm sure most people actually don't really give a crap about what brands they're wearing, and I'm of that sort of mentality. I think people can look fantastic and not necessarily wear super expensive clothing brands. When it comes to shoes, I'd rather be because I'm on my feet most of the day, I'd rather be comfortable. And so if you can find a pair of like Adidas sneakers or something and still look good in them, then hey, more power to you, you know what I mean? I honestly think that right there is where most fashion YouTubers and people on YouTube that dedicate a lot of their their time to men's style and fashion, that's what they get wrong, is that you can look great, you can feel comfortable and good in what you're wearing and not have to pay a huge amount of money for brands and different varieties of clothing or anything like that. Like the Kill Bill shirt that I'm wearing right now, $24.99, absolute steal, would pay for that any day of the week. So I've spoken a little about fashion, a little about fragrances, and I'm feeling good where the video is right now, so I might just cut it there. I've got some editing to do. I want to add some nice fancy graphics in here as well, and that takes a little bit of time as well. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like it if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, and subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Aussie Marcel, the most luscious locks on YouTube. Thank you for watching.